The idea just came to me out of the ether. All these ideas and messages floating and flying about. The ether would have to be everywhere.
The etheric body manifests itself through the movements, the hidden movements within living beings. Circulation of the blood, the movement of sap within trees, not visible from the outside.
Within that realm of movement, you have rhythm. And rhythm then leads to the phenomena we have in the world. Every form in our world is created through processes of movement.
Ether is a universal matrix from which spring many active currents. The cores are the elements of air, fire, water and earth, and the labyrinth of created forms.
In the vacuum, there are many things which appear to be happening, or potentially happening, but not actually happening. That's what's in the world when there are no material objects.
The ether is a reactive thing, and because it's self-organizing, and because it's reactive, it is the essence of what we call life.
The quintessence, which is active everywhere. In its power, like water or air, or most of all, the fire of the stars.
First imagine a vast sea of fire as the subtlest form of universal substance. Beneath the sea of fire, masses of burning light, the plane of the flaming suns.
It was somewhat everywhere.
What a lot of physicists and top astronomers are calling the basis of an ethereal energy diffused through all space.
All these ideas and messages floating and flying about.
Thoughts are etheric. A different consciousness is required to comprehend the ether.
And there's another way of seeing, and this way of seeing actually requires a certain transformation of the person.
You have to change your consciousness from the exact sense perception to something which is like imagination.
Powerful new knowledge can sometimes seem threatening.
Science has tried to effectively get rid of the notion of life from matter.
The whole of physical science, as we can see, is dealing with corpses. And the corpse of the etheric energy, that's the beginning and the end of it. That is the root of the whole business.
The problems of Western science seem to have arisen primarily from it having been corrupted by the belief system known as materialism. This proclaims that matter is the ultimate reality.
Our educational institutions, our scientific institutions, our religious institutions, none of these really teach this vital thing, the nature and significance of the ether.
How come the ether has been so effectively excluded from our mainstream culture for so long?
The shut up and calculate approach. It tells us to calculate but doesn't allow us to ask questions.
It's endless. The cataloguing can go on and on forever.
The zero-point field, dark energy, the quantum vacuum, morphogenetic fields. Limited glimpses across a turbulent threshold, that is, the threshold between the physical and the ethereal.
Money can be understood as essentially ethereal, transformed into action or things, and back again.
It's the ether that gives us life, it's the ether that gives us vitality, it's the ether that makes us healthy or ill. And if we've no idea what the ether is, then obviously we're going to judge these things in a false way.
The power of propagating information and ideas through the ether is now being appreciated and exploited as never before for all manner of motives.